Coming up on the forum, if you're a Norfolk homeowner, find out if you may qualify for real estate tax relief or deferral and how and when to apply. Local seniors are using their woodworking skills to craft a proper memorial to homeless veterans, and representatives of a local auxiliary share news of their good works on behalf of the largest wartime veteran service organization in the nation. Human Services Forum begins right now. Hi, I'm Jan Callahan. Welcome to the forum. If you're a Norfolk homeowner, listen up. The city's real estate tax relief program has undergone some important changes that affect who should apply, as well as when and where. Please welcome Romina Knight, who's eligibility supervisor, and Valerie Hurt, who's a program supervisor, both with the Department of Human Services. And the information you are going to share with us, you have been sharing with lots of people, but it never seems to be enough. We always need to take an opportunity to tell people what's going on. The application period for this senior disabled citizens tax relief / deferral program is going on right now, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it busy? Are you busy?
Yes, it started March 1st, and we have been seeing a lot of customers since then, receiving a lot of telephone calls. The program is over on June 1st, and so Ms. Romina can tell you more about that.
Right. The June 1st deadline is anything that it's mailed in postmarked June 1st. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
And we have, as Ms. Hurt said, we are receiving quite a few applications and phone calls. So the word is out. People know quite a bit about it because of all the changes, and I think that has gotten out some. So, you know,
people do get concerned, don't they? They get concerned when they know there's a change in something and they want to have the facts.
Sure, they do, and they're concerned as to how the facts are going to influence them.
Right.
So that's, you know, the nature of a lot of the phone calls is about the changes and things.
Okay. Well, certainly you probably get some common questions from people, and maybe we can touch on some of the things that most people want to know. I imagine the most basic one is, you know, how does this assist homeowners in Norfolk? How does the program help? What does it do that if you didn't apply you wouldn't get?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to give the basic qualifications for the program, they must live in their home, have to be 65 or older, or totally permanently disabled. The resource limit is $350,000, excluding the value of the home, and the income amount is $67,000, and that's including the homeowner plus all the relatives living in the home.
Okay, so that's the maximum that you could have.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
And so what we have now is a tax relief, tax deferral program. So which means that based on their income, they may be totally exempt from the real estate taxes, or they will be able to defer an amount.
Okay, so basically not pay the taxes right away, but at a later date.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so that's the difference then. Tax relief would basically be something that people get that they never have to pay, whereas deferral is something they would have to pay.
Yes, they would.
Down the road if they elect to do that.
Yes, it will become payable if they sell the home or by the estate of the decedent.
Okay, so people who have perhaps elderly parents who are living in their home, they really need to listen up and pay attention to what this program will offer and also how it works down the road. There are a lot of other questions that people may have come to mind while you're listening to this, and we're not here to tell you every single detail, but just know that you can go online, you can make phone calls, and we'll give you all that information as we continue to talk. So if you have some questions, there'll be somebody there to answer your specific ones. We just don't have enough time to fill it up with lots and lots of details. Plus, they couldn't answer everybody's question anyway, because everybody has a different situation.
Exactly.
They do.
Yeah. So that's why it's so important to listen up. There is a cap, I understand, for every year. You have a certain amount of money that can be available for relief and deferral. And this year, what is that cap?
That cap is $5 million.
Okay.
So there is that cap on the program at $5 million.
Okay. What about disabled veterans, totally disabled veterans? Where do they fall into this?
Totally disabled veterans, if you are 100% service-connected disabled, then you can apply at any time throughout the year. You don't have to adhere to that March 1st to June 1st deadline.
Okay.
And you are totally exempt from paying your real estate taxes.
Okay. And that's the way it's been, and it continues that way now.
That has not changed.
Right. Wanted to point that out for people who may wonder, because there are people that's sometimes the first question that comes to mind. So veterans are exempt.
Yes.
All right. Documentation, I know, is an important part of any application, and Human Services is very good about making sure that all those things are lined up and that they are, ready to go. So what kinds of things would people find important to bring with them if they were going to come in and apply?
Okay. We're asking them to bring their income taxes for 2012. Right. They can bring that in. Bring in verifications if they receive Social Security. Whatever type income they receive, they can bring that in to us.
Okay, fine. And certainly they can call ahead of time. Would they need to make an appointment in order to apply?
We do have community sessions that we are going to be holding. Our next one is March the 28th at the Pretlow Library from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So you can come out and complete an application, ask questions, at the Pretlow Library if you choose to on that date. Otherwise, you can call 823-1130, which is the tax relief line, and someone will be able to answer your questions and assist you over the phone if need be. Okay. Or you can make an appointment if you would like to come in and actually see someone. Okay.
So I know that you are doing everything you can to accommodate the public and their questions and to alleviate concerns that people may have. So, yes. This is great that people have this access. And I know you've been working hard to make this, come to fruition. So give them a call. You can email, go online. We have a website with some of the tax tables and everything that you would need to help you make a decision as to what step to take next. Also up on the screen we have been putting some of the other dates for the community outreach sessions because there are 2 in the month of April and 2 in May as well, and one at the Norfolk Workforce Development Center. Well, there will be some at the Workforce Development Center on 201 East Little Creek Road, and again at the Pretlow Branch Library at an Ocean View. So different times. So just you can again go online or call and say, look, I just want to know when I can go, because you just had one of these recently and it went well.
Yes, it went really well. Yeah. About 140 homeowners came in, and we had all hands on deck that day. Everyone was there processing their applications, and we even had our program manager, Julie Chalupski. She came in and processed a lot of those applications. So we are just really pulling in, trying to do all we can to make our senior homeowners feel comfortable with Human Services.
Well, I think that's happening, and rolling up your sleeves and really digging in it says a lot about the dedication that our staff at Human Services has towards making things run as smoothly as possible. And this is always going to be a topic that it will be of concern. I mean, it's the decision to do it is generally based on need, and that's what the Human Services Department is here to do.
Exactly.
Well, great. Well, we got the phone numbers up. We have some outreach sessions for you, and we hope that you'll take advantage of the opportunity to talk with some of our folks. I know that both Romina and Valerie have been a part of these and will continue to be. So if you have questions about real estate tax relief and deferral, give them a call, and they'll be happy to answer your questions.
Yes.
And I'm so happy you came here to help answer a few of the basic ones, so thanks.
Thank you.
Well, don't go away. Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center has become the local headquarters for a volunteer project that honors homeless veterans in a special way.
Hey, Sandra.
Oh, sorry. I'm just really surprised at how expensive food has gotten. We've been trying to put aside some money to buy a house, but lately we can barely make it from one paycheck to the next.
I'm in the same boat, but with this additional money I'm getting from the EITC, things are looking better.
EITC?
It's the Earned Income Tax Credit. I'm going to be getting almost $2,500 back.
What?
For more on the EITC and free tax preparation, call or visit our website.
According to a 2011 report by the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, our nation is home to more than 67,000 homeless veterans. When these men and women die, their remains are usually cremated, but not all veterans' ashes are paid the respect they're due. A local group of seniors is now doing something about that. And Lynn Berg, Executive Director for Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center, joins us to explain. Lynn, this is a wonderful program that has gotten underway, and it is basically a way to honor our homeless veterans once they pass, in a way that perhaps has not been done before.
You're right, and we are really excited about this program. As part of our active adult program, you know, we have a wood shop, and in the wood shop we have a wonderful manager. His name is Ed Bunker, and Ed is part of the woodworkers, Tidewater Woodworkers Guild. And in his meeting, he met a young man named Dan Bolts, who is Petty Officer of the Navy. And Dan's father had sent him an article from the Navy Times describing how difficult it was to know that homeless veterans' remains were oftentimes left in boxes and on shelves without being interned properly, just due to the fact that family is no longer available, or perhaps the cost is just prohibitive for them to bring somebody home. And he asked the woodworkers if they would be interested in helping with the project. Ed Bunker was very interested in that project, and because many of the seniors who we serve are veterans, they were also very, very interested in this program.
Great. And you have with you a prototype of one of the urns that the woodworkers with Norfolk crafted.
Yes.
For this program.
Yeah, this is our first prototype, and it's the successful model that we're utilizing now to recreate. They are made out of a variety of woods, and they're made to specs that are acceptable in all of the funeral homes where they may be subsequently interned. And so there's a certain spec that needs to be met, and then we did a variety of styles so that we could make this a most presentable box, giving it some wonderful woodworking techniques with mitered corners, with routed edges, and then they are sealed from the bottom. And in this way, a veteran can be interned and their vital statistics can be put on the top. And this is a fabulous, fabulous program. We have 7 or 8 individuals who are now working on various aspects of this program, and we've had wonderful response from the community as well. There are many people who are interested in supporting the project, and also some really neat guys and gals coming into the program who have woodworking tools and equipment of their own, and they want to help as well.
Well, that's great. I mean, woodworking skills, you know, they can be applied in so many ways, but this just really goes above and beyond what one would expect.
Well, the ultimate goal was to be a final resting place for a veteran, but it's also served so many individuals in learning a craft, because oftentimes the woodworkers who come as students to our program haven't had the experience, and this is an experience that also has a wonderful outcome.
Now, the materials to actually put this together are also donated, is that correct?
Yeah, the materials are a variety of woods. This one happens to be a cherry, but there are a variety of hardwoods, and they are donated. Dan Bolts, who originally brought the project to Ed Bunker, has done a fundraiser, and he's raised some dollars to put towards materials. The cost of the urns is about $30 in materials, and then of course it's all the labor that goes into it, which I would say the labor of love. Then after the boxes are crafted, they are stained, and then they're clear coated with a nice finish so that they have a wonderful gloss, as you can see. but the cost of materials is pretty high. And when you think about $30 per box, there's going to be a finite number we can do. We're always looking for support. We've had some checks to come to the senior center already in support of it, but we've also had some great people stepping up in the community to say they would like to learn how to make the boxes and then do some additional box building for us. So that's been fabulous as well.
Okay, great. Well, we'll have Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center's number up on the screen on occasion while we're talking. So if you're interested in learning about the woodworking classes, learning that skill, certainly you can call them, 625-5857. They also have a website. And or if you're interested in donating in some way to this particular program or anything else they may have there, I know they'd be happy to hear from you. The boxes, once these ashes are interred, are they taken to any particular place in this region? Where will they go from?
The boxes right now are being held in a Suffolk building. They are going to be interned there. They've been given permission to be interned at that site. But the other individuals have stepped forward and said that they might be interested in purchasing an urn, and that was something that was new to us. So we're looking into the feasibility of, once we're in production and we see how well we're supported for the veterans, there may be additional boxes for others as well.
Okay, so basically having somebody sort of sponsor that sort of that would be a wonderful program to have too.
Well, it's fabulous, and it's a great learning tool. It's a great way to give back to the veterans who've given so much to us in support of their service to our country. And I really feel very strongly that this is a project we had to get behind.
Yeah, well, it's a good fit. So that's great to hear. We wanted to move on to one other thing just for a couple minutes, and that is Norfolk Senior Center. While it does lots of good works, it also has a lot of fun, and there is an event coming up that is going to be a lot of fun. Once again, this is the third year for
Actually,
this,
it's the fourth year.
Fourth year.
Yes.
It's called Men Who Cook. Now, Bob Batcher is going to be with Lynn shortly to really expound on this program and have a lot more fun than I'm allowed to have here. But nonetheless, it does give Lynn a chance to tell folks about it in case you're interested in this program. So what does Men Who Cook offer the women who don't?
Well, let me tell you, it's about 20 to 25 two-man amateur chef teams cooking their favorite recipe.
Goodness.
So they're amateurs, and it's all women doing the judging. And Rowena Fullenwider from Rowena Cakes is our honorary chairwoman. She is leading the judges panel. People from the community participate by buying tickets and coming to the event. There's a People's Choice also that they can vote for. This is our primary fundraiser, and this year we are having it at the Norfolk Plaza. There's valet parking and our first ever silent auction, which is going to be amazing. I've never seen things come in like I have for this silent auction. This event's happening on April 13th. It's, again, our primary fundraiser, and it's a way for us to help offset some of the losses that we're experiencing through our funding with sequester and other things. We're being impacted. So I would just say to the public, if you want to have a good time, dance to Jim Newsom, eat wonderful food, you can eat as much as you'd like, and have a really good time for a great cause, please come out.
Great, and it's a bunch of amateur cooks who happen to be men.
Yes.
Having at it with whatever it is they're going to fix.
That's it.
Can't ask for anything better than that.
It's pretty fancy.
So, okay, for people who go, Norfolk, what's the Norfolk Plaza Hotel? Just to give you a sense of where it is, you know where Scope is. You've heard of the Golden Triangle from
That's
way
right.
back.
Yes.
That's the building. It's very nice, and they just, they have a wonderful setup there. So it should be a lot of fun.
It's going to be great.
All right,
Looking
thanks,
forward
Lynn.
to it. Thank
All
you,
right.
Jan.
Good things going on at the Prime Plus Norfolk Senior Center. We'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure.
Sounds good. Thanks.
And we're going to be back in a minute to introduce you to a group of enthusiastic women who work together to support our active and retired military and their families.
For those dealing with the daily struggles of caring for a loved one, we hear you. That's why AARP created a community with experts and other caregivers to help us better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Chartered and incorporated by Congress in 1919, the American Legion continues to demonstrate its commitment to helping communities across the country. And one very important component of this patriotic organization is the auxiliary. Please welcome officers of American Legion Tidewater Post 327, President Nancy Bell. We have District President Delia French on, let's see, that would be camera left, and then we have Department President Ann Stark in the middle. So thank you for sharing what it is that the American Legion Post 327 Auxiliary does for the community. Not everybody understands all the goings on. They don't really appreciate the significance of what the Legion does because they may not be associated with the military, which, you know, we can't assume everybody knows. So that's why you're here.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So the auxiliary is mostly comprised of women, I take it?
It is all women.
It is all women.
Yes.
Okay, let's make that clear. And as a result, you get together, I don't know how frequently, but because you are an organization, you have already made a pledge and a commitment to doing certain things.
Yes, we have a monthly meeting, and we have the ladies auxiliary, and then we have the juniors, which is the girls from birth to 18 years old.
Okay.
So we have both organizations in the one. So we work together, and then we also support the post in any of their functions.
Okay.
But our main mission in the auxiliary is to work with the veterans, with children, and our community.
What kind of needs are you helping to fulfill?
We are constantly working with the VA Medical Center over in Hampton.
Okay.
That's one of our main goals since it's very close to us. We do a lot of work with our schools. We inform them of scholarships that are available. We work with their patriotism. We have programs that we present in the schools. We also do school supplies. We do baskets, food baskets, during the holidays and at any other time that, you know, somebody comes to us with a need.
Okay.
The variety, wherever there's a need, then usually we can come forward and find something to do about it.
And there's certainly plenty to do, and there's a lot of military representation around this area. I don't think that's really a big surprise to anyone, but it keeps you busy.
Very busy. We have our state conference coming up this weekend.
Okay.
And then we have National Commander for the USA is coming in. And then we have our fish fry. We have the veterans from the VA hospital come over. Twice a year we do an annual fish fry for them.
Oh, that's
and
wonderful.
that's coming up on April 5th.
Okay. And this convention you're mentioning, is this always held in Norfolk, or is it
The
just
spring
happens to be-
conference is held every year in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
And has been for, oh my goodness,
Several years.
several years. Okay, we'll go several.
Okay. Okay, so it's in Hampton.
And yeah,
Roads.
we have the spring conference, and we have a fall conference, and we have our convention.
All right.
So
great.
we stay busy.
You do. How many members are there in your auxiliary?
In our unit alone, we have 309.
Oh, I had no
And-
idea. That's a
yeah,
lot of
and
people.
we have, out of that 309, we have 41 juniors. So,
Wow.
But we are the biggest unit in this area right now, in our first and second district. So, we have a lot going on because we also do dinners to raise money, because all of our money, we are strictly a nonprofit organization. So all of our money goes out to charities. And by the end of the first part of May, all of our money that we have raised over the year will be gone, except a very small amount which we keep for a startup. But we do dinners the first Friday of every month to raise money. We do breakfast every other month to raise money. We do raffles. We're always hitting people up for money in some way, shape, or form or the other. So, yeah, we raise close to $20,000 a year that we pay out to either the veterans charities, children's charities, and Toys R Us for kids. You name it, we pay it out to.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I personally, and I know we are very proud of our organization.
Oh, yes.
There is nothing better, especially like on the night of the fish fry. We are trying to thank the veterans for the work that they have done for us. And the whole time they're there, whether they're in a wheelchair, whether they're on a gurney, whatever, they are thanking us. And it breaks your heart because, you know, we are trying to do for them and all they're doing is thanking us. So it's a very special time for us.
Oh, well, there's a lot of give and take there, and it's that mutual respect, and
oh, definitely,
that gives you a chance to
Yes.
to give back for what they've given, for so much of what they've given.
Well, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
That's right.
That's it in a nutshell right there.
You must tell me about your vests, because these, I mean, you just can't look at them and say, oh, yeah, that's just a vest. I mean, that's impressive. So what?
Well, this strip right here is our officers' badges. Like this is our American flag goes first above everything, and then our auxiliary pin. This is our my unit president. And these are different offices I've held. This is Lady of the Year, and this is Allegiant College that we go to every year to learn more about the auxiliary and more things we can do and everything. The rest is just pins that we have been given. We are not allowed to ask for a pin. We are given pins by other people, so this is just one of our trademarks. So
Of our unit.
yeah, of our unit. We are the only ones that I know of that does this.
Okay, because Delia, you have your own set.
I've been collecting pins. I've been a member of our unit for 32 years now. So I've been collecting pins. I've took most of them off, and I have a few more.
You're not putting them on the back yet.
No,
Okay.
no, it's heavy.
Well, I had no idea there was such commitment and so many people involved, and the energy that you must have, not only, well, with your adults, but with your younger group. I mean, that must fuel.
Well, our
everyone.
particular post and auxiliary and sons, it's a whole, we consider ourselves a family.
Yep.
Okay.
So the post has 1,100 members. The sons have 147, I think. But we are a very tight-knit family, and no matter who needs what, we are there for each other.
And thank you for being here for us and
Thank
sharing
you
what it
very
is you
much.
do. It's wonderful. And thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye.